You're listening to Breakfast with Pablo.
I want to do a bit of a fact or fiction with you because we read a lot of things on Wikipedia. I don't know if they're true or not, so let's do fact or fiction with British India.
Yeah, let's do it.
First thing, on Wikipedia it says that you guys were a bit of social misfits through high school. The band would practice at lunchtimes and study periods in the school music room. True or false?
Well, the social misfits is absolutely untrue. I recall being very popular and very, I was the quarterback, the American quarterback kind of thing, that kind of the jock character. That was my persona. Certainly, it was probably the other three were social misfits. Those kind of gangly, weird-looking.
They dragged you down. They dragged you down.
I think that's what they've kind of gone for a majority rules there, but that's not at all representative of me. As for the rest of it, yeah, we did kind of rehearse in the school music room. I don't know if you could recall trying to work out the riff from Seven Nation Army, really rehearsing, but that's what we did for day after day.
Another true or false question. Somehow you've never aged and you've just turned 25?
Yeah, that is true. Yes, especially if there's young women listening. Yeah, I've just turned 25. Actually, never aging. We kind of, that comment does come up that we kind of look more or less the same as we did, when we began. I can't really comment on that. Maybe that's true, but no, we have gotten older over the years. We're all 30 now.
Have you got a good skincare regime? Is that what's helping?
I think it's just not working. It's not having to get up at 7 o'clock every morning and get the train into the office. It's just, the no stress kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, if you want to have good skin, become a musician.
Yeah.
Last but not least, you once played in Charlie's Bar for Ringo's Bucks Night on Neighbours. That
is absolutely true. Yeah, I think that was kind of a period of our careers, like maybe just before we signed to a label, where we got these weird opportunities kept coming up, from this guy working with, and a lot of them were the kind of things that a cool indie band would kind of turn their nose at and say oh, that's not really what we're about. But hey, when they say you can play on Neighbours, if you say no, then I don't even want to hear about you, man. if you're an Australian band, playing on Neighbours should be the reason you rehearse, should be the reason you write songs. That's the ultimate goal. So that's really one of the highlights of our career.
Was it a wild Bucks night?
Well, here's the thing, and this was the news to me too, Pablo. But it's actually not a real bar, and it's actually not a real Bucks night. And the people on Neighbours are just actors.
Wow.
So that was disappointing. I met Dr. Carl, and I was because I had a cold, and I asked if he could quickly. He's not even a real doctor. He's not even a real doctor. So
you're pulling down the curtains.
I'm sorry to disillusion your listeners, but it's true, and it was a hard learning curve for us, and that kind of trauma that we of learning about that bad news. A lot of that was kind of channeled into the Controller record, and that's why that record's so depressing.
Yeah, the Neighbours, the source of most of British India's albums in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see you. Beats in the Heat up here in Karratha, June 24th, 25th. All the info online, spiritradio.com.au. British India, of course, one of the big acts heading this way.
Classic Gold, today's hits. Spirit.